100 fight nights a year without the pain of pay-per-view. Sign up now for free!
Is it really free?
Sí.
That can't be right.
Sí.
Okay, pay-per-view is totally screwed.
Sí.
Feels like a misprint, but I'm being told that it is correct. From Canelo Alvarez!
Sí, es gratis.
Sign up today to get all the action for free!
You
have to expel all the oxygen in your lungs. Not being able to breathe underwater, it's the same as in a cage. Fighting back at home increases the stakes for me. I was born and raised on the island of Oahu, so I strongly identify with my Hawaiian culture. Fighting is part of our DNA, it's part of our blood. My biggest fear when I step in the cage is getting knocked out in the first round. Even deeper than that, it's to be exposed. What I fear most about Valerie Letourneau, I'm not going to be able to just fluster her or like even frustrate her because she's done this a million times before. She's going to give this her all. This is her last shot. I know she wants this belt just as much as she wants to breathe. It's kill or be killed.
No tengo miedo a nada.
Fight Week is finally here. Canelo Alvarez, Rocky Fielding have made it to the Big Apple. We are live at the Ainsworth for the grand arrivals. I go by the name of Ak.
And I'm Barack the Boxing Bully.
Now listen, it's a cold city night, but it's about to warm up in here, man. The fighters are on their way. Everybody's talking about Canelo Fielding. But listen, the whole card is stacked. I mean, I'm finding out more and more about some of the fighters that are on the card. One of the guys that I'm excited to see is David Lemieux. Always comes to knock somebody out, man. And he's actually a guy that could be in the middleweight picture. He's on Golden Boy. He's a middleweight. People love to watch him fight. Potential opponent down the line.
I'm Barack the Boxing Bully.
I go by the name of Ak.
And we are the Sweet Scientists, and we're here for the grand arrivals for Canelo Fielding.
Listen, also, we got Tevin Farmer, Philly boy. You know, he's not from New York, but it's kind of local. He's also going to be displaying his talent, so I'm excited about that because he's starting to display power, and he's been screaming for the Gervonta fight. So that's another fight that you need to be looking out for.
Listen, we just seen what happened with the Loma fight. Right. So now we got a few people in that picture, and Tevin Farmer definitely has a shot.
Yeah, so you guys gotta make sure you download the DAZN app. It's a no-brainer. Even after the Canelo fight, guess what? We're gonna be live from Hawaii, Bellator 213. So it's gonna be so much going on.
I know.
This week.
Listen, I'm taking straight after the fight. I'm taking a plane straight to Hawaii because I can't miss that.
And don't wait till Saturday to download the app because you're going to miss all the festivities all week. Tomorrow, the media workouts. Thursday, the press conference. Friday, obviously, the weigh-ins, what people love. So you need to download the app now if you haven't.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just take a look at this Bellator 213 coming up live from Hawaii.
You have to expel all the oxygen in your lungs. Not being able to breathe underwater, it's the same as in a cage. Fighting back at home increases the stakes for me. I was born and raised on the island of Oahu, so I strongly identify with my Hawaiian culture. Fighting is part of our DNA, it's part of our blood. My biggest fear when I step in the cage is getting knocked out in the first round. even deeper than that, it's to be exposed. What I fear most about Valerie Letourneau, I'm not going to be able to just fluster her or like even frustrate her because she's done this a million times before. She's going to give this her all. This is her last shot. I know she wants this belt just as much as she wants to breathe. It's kill or be killed.
So Terriana Johnson, who's going to be facing off Lemieux, he's probably going to be the first guy to walk down the red carpet. Listen, it's live in here, though, man. I'm feeling the energy. David Lemieux is here. You know what? We'll talk to David Lemieux first.
Let's talk to the knockout artist himself.
For real, let's see what he wants.
But
next
he's in there with a
after this.
veteran. We can't undermine Terriana Johnson. He's definitely a slick fighter. He had a couple of bumps in his career.
Right.
But he's back. He's back where if he wins this fight, he might even fight for a title.
Right. Does he have a real shot against David Lemieux?
I'd say he have a punch of chance, but who has a punch like David Lemieux?
Yeah, nobody. And you know, I kind of feel like David, after the Triple G fight, he's kind of, you know, I mean, after the Saunders fight, the loss has not done nothing to his career because people still want to see him fight. Even on social media, comments, everybody wants to see this guy in the ring again. So I'm glad. And Saddam
What do we have now?
I guess we're bouncing around, or we expect the middleweights first. But Saddam Ali's looking clean.
The Brooklyn native.
Yes. Glad to see him back in the ring.
This is his comeback fight after his second loss.
What's up, champ?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, man, listen, this is your hometown, New York City, man. What better place to make a comeback fight and show the world that Saddam Ali is still a force to be reckoned with?
Nothing feels better to be fighting in my hometown. It's beautiful. I'm excited. I'm ready. It's nice to be coming back down to my original weight.
Okay.
It's a little hard though because my last two fights is at 154, but
you made
that's my original weight.
And I would say, you know, you must be excited to fight at MSG, but you fought at MSG against Cotto and won a world title. But this is a big stage. You got Canelo Alvarez, who's the face of boxing, one of boxing's stars, and not the star, and you're going to be on the card. So that must be exciting in itself.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great card to be Madison Square Garden in my hometown. You know, it's great, and I'm ready to go out there and perform and show what I got.
Listen, you always had a big crowd, especially in Brooklyn. Do you feel like the crowd is still behind you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, people love a humble guy.
Right.
You know, of course, other people like the people who are cocky and, act a certain way. It brings more attention, but this is truly the way I am. People love me because I've always been like this. I've never changed my stripes.
Yeah. I could definitely attest to that. Thanks a lot, Saddam.
All right, take it easy.
Good luck on your fight.
Enjoy yourself, man.
And definitely has a chance.
No, and listen, Saddam.
Oh, look who we have here.
Okay.
Terriana Johnson just stepped in the building.
Okay.
Suited and booted. Boy, this boy is fly. Hold on. There we go.
We thought we were doing it, man. You trying to outshine us on the red carpet?
Well, that's how you got to do it, That's how I live, and that's just how it's going to be.
All right, so look, you're obviously facing a big puncher in David Lemieux, right? Mm-hmm. There's no question about that, right? Say what you want. We know he has knockout power. Is that changing your game plan at all going to this fight? Everybody doesn't punch as hard as Lemieux.
Well, after, being in boxing for so long, you do have to grow, and you do have to adapt. And indeed, David Lemieux, he's a ferocious puncher, a devastating puncher. So definitely, you don't want to get hit with any of those blows. I know what it is to get hit from big punches, and I don't want to get hit again. But of course, David Lemieux, just like a shark inside the sea, you got to have that respect. And so I definitely have that respect, that his power is devastating. But we have a little trick for that. We have a real good trick for that, and it's a treat for the fans. And hey, come Saturday night, it's going to be an explosive night, and I'm expecting David Lemieux to bring his A game because I'm definitely bringing mine.
I bet you do have a trick for that. I remember when you fought Stevenson, I think that was a little prematurely stopped, but it showed that you have boxing skills, and I know you could use that against David Lemieux. But I want to know, what does this fight mean to you? Is it a crossroad fight, or you have in your heart that you can get to a title shot?
Well, first of all, I got to give the Almighty God thanks for all that He has done in my life, and why do I fight? I fight to make my country proud, the Bahamas. I fight to provide for my wife and my daughter, my family, and ultimately I fight to win, not just to fight, to win, and that's what I do best. And yeah, to fight David Lemieux on this stage at the Madison Square Garden, for this is the third time I'm going to be here.
Right.
It's an awesome experience, and you know, as a crossroad, no, it's not a crossroad for me.
Right.
This is just another major fight, another world title opportunity for me to go there and to prove to the world exactly what Toriano has to offer. And come Saturday night, trust me, y'all ain't gonna lose a dime. Y'all gonna be excited.
Enough said. There's nothing else to say. Thank you, and good luck on Saturday night.
Good luck, champ. God bless you, brother. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about that, man.
No problem. Don't miss the fight live on the Zone.
December 15th. We got David Lemieux coming up next.
Oh, David Lemieux just came in the building.
Johnson's opponent.
We got his opponent. We got Terrell Johnson's opponent. Thank you, sir.
David. What's
David
up?
Lemieux.
How you doing, man? Good to see you, man.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you guys, man.
Just wrapped up with your opponent, who's actually coming here to win. You know, it seems like the energy is there. He was truthful about your power being devastating, but he said he has a trick for that, to neutralize that and stay away from that.
That's right.
So he's not coming here to forecheck or to lose. What do you say to that?
Well, it's in for a big surprise then. I'm not going to be here to lose. I'm here to look spectacular. I'm here to make a big statement so I can get on with the fight I want.
This seems like a totally different fight from the last fight with Spike when we spoke to you in Las Vegas. Is there any animosity between the two guys?
You know, he's a respectful opponent, I guess. I didn't get to know him too much, but business is business. When I'm in the ring, I'm brutal and I'm devastating. I took 1 week break. I'm hungry. I'm extremely since my last fight, so I've been in the gym. I'm ready. I'm a beast, actually. Wait till you see Saturday.
You're a beast, but it seems like you're a little bit more of a beast when guys really taunt you on social media and in press conferences leading up to the tour. So maybe you'll be a little easy on him because he's been respectful. But I hear what you're saying. You want the big fight, right? There's no secret. You're in the mix still. You're a big puncher, so you want the Canelo fight.
Yeah, definitely. But we're here. We train hard. Toriano Johnson is a great fighter. We respect his abilities. That's why I had a great camp leading up to this fight. I'm extremely well prepared. I can't wait to demonstrate what I got for you guys. But he's in for a big surprise.
Listen, Lemieux, can I get a prediction? I'm going to have time to get popcorn or what?
Right. Give us a round.
If they bring it to you,
that's one of our things. We're starting to get fighters to predict rounds, and we need a round from you.
So they got to bring me the popcorn because it's going to be that quick.
Well, the round's going to depend on Johnson. That's what it's going to depend on.
We'll see.
But it's going to happen.
Well, good luck. Thanks for chopping it up with us.
Thank you. Good luck, champ. All right?
Thank you.
Can I get a photo?
Oh,
David
let's get a photo
Lemieux.
real quick, us three. Then we're going to do the face-off. David Lemieux, one of the top contenders. We're going to do the face-off. Oh, I'm sorry. Hell of a fighter, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
This guy is devastating puncher.
hell of a puncher. I mean, I'm always excited to see David. Absolutely, it's going to be an amazing fight, explosive fight. And listen,
for $9.99, for free. No, for free.
Yeah, listen, and the good thing, these guys actually have something to fight for.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're both fighting for something. The possibilities and the opportunities that could come from this fight is what's most intriguing to me and to them. So don't undermine these undercard
don't
fights.
sleep on
Every
this.
single one of them.
Right.
And you can get it and watch it by downloading the DAZN app for only $9.99. First month is free.
I love it how they're so respectful, but they're gonna go at each other's throats.
No, I meant what I said too. You know, I mean, we know what happened with, Lemieux's last fights when the guys really get to him, like Sullivan did.
Right.
He really takes it personal. So I'm excited to see what happens in that fight for sure.
And both of them want to get to that status again where they're fighting for a title. I think Lemieux, it's no secret that he's the favorite.
Right.
He's the harder puncher, and I guess people are looking for him to win to probably maybe even get a rematch with Triple G.
I mean,
that's
look,
actually the fight I want to see.
Let's call a spade, all right? The guys want the big payday versus Canelo Alvarez.
I guess
There's no
so.
secret about that. So that's something good to fight for. This is prize fighting, right?
Right.
So they want the big fight.
So I guess that now that Floyd is gone, so now Canelo is the lottery ticket now.
Yeah, Canelo is definitely the cash cow, the sport,
Right.
the lottery
He's the
ticket,
sweepstakes.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed,
absolutely.
indeed, and well deserved.
That's right.
Well deserved because the guy puts butts in seats, he sells pay-per-views, and he gives you a real fight. He proved it that he can do it all when he faced
Triple G.
Gennady
2 times.
Golovkin in September. Right? So
Absolutely.
we're going to go to break. We come back. We're still here live at the Answorth. Grand Arrival still waiting for Canelo Alvarez and Rocky Fielding. Stay put.
Over 100 fight nights a year without the pain of pay-per-view. Sign up now for free.
Is it really free?
Sí,
That can't be right.
sí,
Okay, pay-per-view is totally screwed.
sí.
Feels like a misprint, but I'm being told that it is correct. From Canelo Alvarez.
Sí, es gratis.
Sign up today to get all the action for free.
You have to expel all the oxygen in your lungs. Not being able to breathe underwater, it's the same as in the cage. Fighting back at home increases the stakes for me. I was born and raised on the island of Oahu, so I strongly identify with my Hawaiian culture. Fighting is part of our DNA, it's part of our blood. My biggest fear when I step in the cage is getting knocked out in the first round. Even deeper than that, it's to be exposed. What I fear most about Valerie Letourneau, I'm not going to be able to just fluster her or even frustrate her because she's done this a million times before. She's going to give this her all. This is her last shot. I know she wants this belt just as much as she wants to breathe. It's kill or be killed.
No le tengo miedo a nada.
Over 100 fight nights a year without the pain of pay-per-view. Sign up now for free.
Is it really free?
Sí,
That can't be right.
sí,
Okay, pay-per-view is totally screwed.
sí.
Feels like a misprint, but I'm being told that it is correct. From Canelo Alvarez.
Sí, es gratis.
Sign up today to get all the action for free. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saúl Canelo
That's a big win for Alvarez. Nice uppercut. Terrific terrific fight. The entire crowd is on its feet.
A big shot landed by the Mexican fighter. And it is over. A one shot from Canelo Alvarez.
And now, two fighters have entered the ring. Only one will emerge victorious. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
We can do it easy or the hard way. You don't wanna have it with my crew parlay. No fear in my heart, what you thought it was. You ain't never have a chance, what you thought it was. Oh, you got it, bruh, you were not enough. I got the city on my back, what you thought it was. What you thought it was. We can do it easy or the hard way.
DAZN! Download the DAZN app on your phone, tablet, game console, or smart TV to stream all the action. Sign up now for free!
Is it really free?
Sí.
Stream DAZN across all your devices.
El nuevo hogar de Canelo Álvarez. Con más de 100 noches de boxeo al año, sin el dolor del pago por evento. Regístrate ahora, gratis. Mira, ese soy yo. Michael.
We're here with the boss man at the MSG, the world's most famous arena, Joe Fisher. Now, listen, you know, Canelo's never fought at MSG, right? People been wanting that fight for years. I mean, I don't know why it never played out. Why did it play out now?
I think they decided that for him to be considered one of the best fighters in the world, which he is, and to get the popularity beyond just the West Coast, it made sense for them to come to New York, the East Coast, and of course the only place that he could fight in New York on the East Coast is Madison Square Garden, the mecca of boxing.
So you're not intimidated by anybody else, like the Barclays or Las Vegas or anybody?
Look, everybody else does a great job, but we are the center of boxing. Boxers say that they know they've made it when they fight in Madison Square Garden. So we do big fights. We just had the Lomachenko fight last weekend, which was a great fight. Canelo, the biggest star in boxing, we have him this weekend. So 2 weekends back to back, we have two of the biggest stars, if not the two biggest stars in boxing.
Yeah, indeed, but there's something about fighting that big arena. It almost seems like you guys, like, you're in the driver's seat, man. You're representing the world's most famous arena. Like you mentioned, everybody wants to fight. So are you selective, with these boxing events at the Garden?
We're absolutely selective. We will not just do a fight just to have a fight and say we had a fight. We want to do the biggest and best fights in the world, and we've proven that. And we've had in our history the biggest and most famous fighters in the history of the sport fight at Madison Square Garden. And Canelo is just the next in that line. So we're extremely excited that he chose Madison Square Garden for his next fight. It's going to be a great night, an historic night, and I'm sure he'll be so enamored with the experience he's going to have that he'll want to come back to New York and fight at the Garden.
Okay, Joe. How ticket sales are going? Pretty good?
Ticket sales are going extremely well.
Joe, I got a two-part question. How long have you been doing this, and what's your dream fight for 2019 at Madison Square Garden?
Wow. I've been doing this for a long time, for a number of years. I've been at the Garden for 32 years, so I've been doing this for a long time. The Garden is just a great place to work. What's our dream fight? I mean, we'd love to see the Canelo-Golovkin rematch. That would be great.
What would that take?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to the promoters about that one, but that would be a great fight. Lomachenko, get him back at a against a great opponent,
like a Mikey Garcia or somebody like that.
Mikey Garcia, somebody like that.
So you sound like a real fan.
No, you're a real fight fan, and you know you're obviously for Canelo Triple G. You know Vegas is going to go hard. MJM is going to go hard. So you're going to have a little bit of battle. You ready to battle for that fight?
We're always ready to battle for a fight, but they also have to want to be in New York and understand the benefits of fighting at the Garden and in New York.
Well, we're excited about this fight. I mean, New York is excited about seeing Canelo. So thanks for putting the show down, helping making the fight happen, and look forward to seeing you on Saturday night.
Appreciate it. We are thrilled to have.
But before you go, what's the greatest city in the world?
New York City, of course. No better city in the world than New York City.
And what's the greatest venue?
Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena.
Can you tell us a little bit about Madison Square Garden?
Madison Square Garden is the most historic venue in the world. We opened in 1879, and we have had the most...
That's when you started?
That's when I've been there for a lot of years when I was
pretty
born.
good, right? I look pretty good.
You look very good.
But we've had, as you guys know, the most historic events in both sports, entertainment, music, boxing, you name it. The most historic events have taken place in Madison Square Garden. Republican national conventions, Democratic national conventions, Pope visits, and the list goes on and on and on of all the things we've done. There's no better venue than Madison Square Garden.
How can we get some Knick tickets, man? It doesn't have to be on the floor. But
Knick tickets are tough to get. We're sold out all the time. The Knicks are going to be a winner again soon.
What century?
No. Knicks are on the right path.
Yes.
We have great management, great ownership that nobody wants to win more than our management and ownership. We're on the right path. We're following that path, and you're going to see a great team in the near future.
I agree with you. I'm a huge Knick fan. I'm just teasing you. But listen, Joe Fisher, folks, Boris Man at the Garden is making these fights really happen. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, brother. Good luck.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Well, listen, the Garden, just as a fight fan growing up, Barack, the fights that I've watched on the television, the fights that we've covered in the Garden as media personalities and journalists, it never gets old. It's always historic. I've been in the Garden for the Trinidad versus Whitaker, Trinidad versus Hopkins. First the Joppy fight, where Trinidad won. Okay. Take it easy on me. I'm a big Trinidad. I'm a big Trinidad fan. Let's not jump right in
to the Hopkins fight.
To the Hopkins fight. But yes, Bernard Hopkins.
One of my favorite fights.
Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield. These are fights that I've covered. That I've watched as fans, and I'm covering major fights. It's still the most, and I love the MGM Grand. Love going to Vegas. Love the weather, the pools. But I don't see any other arena topping Madison Square Garden.
When you're a boxing fan, you love every venue, but it's just that one venue, no matter what. Because if there's a time period where there's no fights in Madison Square Garden, they still reign. Right. Because of old, you got days when Muhammad Ali has fought there.
The fight of the century. The fight of the century. That fight alone, Frazier Ali is so historic. That'll attach any fighter, any fight fan to that arena. Look, I love to travel. I love the West Coast. And when this fight was announced and they said it was MSG, I was excited to stay home because of the arena that it's in.
Absolutely.
So, these fight fans, look, if you can't make it to the arena, tickets are going crazy. Make sure you download the app. First month is free, $9.99 to be able to watch this fight. Not only Canelo and Rocky, also the great undercard. We got Saddam Ali's opponent, Mauricio, coming in right now.
Just stepped into the building.
Let's talk to
Master
this gentleman.
Boxer. Mauricio,
how you doing, buddy?
How you doing, champ? Good to see you.
Mauricio, this is a guy that has been in a bunch of controversial fights. Being an underdog and a few decisions that should have went your way.
Definitely.
Do you feel like on Saturday night you might be in that same space where you're the guy that is not supposed to win and you're gonna have to win big in order to get that decision?
Maybe, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm going into the fight and do my thing, and however judges want to see it, they'll see it. But look, I'm a fighter. I can keep fighting. This is the whatever happens in the past, and nothing can break me. I'm gonna just keep going forward.
That's right. You went to Puerto Rico and fought Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
So we know you're not afraid of anything.
Oh no, I'm not afraid of anything. Not afraid to go to anybody's backyard. I'm a fighter. That's what I do. So I'm here today, and hopefully Saturday come to somebody else's backyard, Saddam Ali, and hopefully put another upset.
What do you think about his? He's obviously was in a tough fight against Munguia, weight class that seems like he didn't belong in. So he's coming back with something to prove, right? I mean, what do you take of that fight? Are you maybe a little overconfident because of his last performance, or are you ready to see the best Saddam Ali possible?
No, I'm always going there prepared for the best of any opponent I'm going to face, and whatever the keys happened with him the last fight, no matter what he says, I know he's going to come in something cautious. That does something to a fighter. Being knocked out like that, and but that doesn't mean I train any less. But it's something that kind of boosts me.
Well, good luck, champ.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thank you for stopping by.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
God bless.
Saturday night, Mauricio.
Let's take a photo with the champ. One more. Mauricio Herrera.
Mauricio Herrera, folks.
On the zone, $9.99.
Mauricio
Thank you,
Herrera.
champ.
Rocky Fielding is about to step in the building.
Who's
the
that?
man that's fighting the man here.
Okay.
Rocky Fielding, the underdog, but what better name to have Rocky being an underdog,
right,
trying to pull a huge upset.
Listen, I believe his parents gave him his name for this moment right here. Never has he been an underdog to this measure.
Listen, a lot of people, and I can't say this enough, when something is unknown, the unknown is dangerous because you don't know enough. You see highlights, you see clips. It's not like really watching a fighter's career, watching how they evolve. We don't know how much better he's getting every night.
Yeah, but sometimes when you don't know, it's for a reason. It's for because he didn't make noise yet.
We'll get his take on it now. The super middleweight.
Here he is. He's the champion. What's up, champ?
What's
how you
going
doing?
on, Rocky? Hey, Rocky, we just mentioned, we're just talking about you being an underdog, but having a name Rocky. What better name to have, with this Cinderella type story that you're trying to create on Saturday night, December 15th. How are you feeling? How's the Big Apple treating you?
It's been amazing. It's been great. Great few days. I'm enjoying it all. I'm soaking it all in, and it's what fighters dream of. This is the elite level in it, and this is what I want to do. So I'm here now and looking forward to it.
Hey, listen, this is a tough fight, but every fight is tough, really. You're men, and you're a champion. But you are the champion in this division. So do you feel offended when people say this is a Rocky story, this is a Cinderella story?
Yeah, no, I don't know. But, as you say, I am the champion at this weight. I've earned it. I went away to win it. So, and we know the legacy Canelo's got at the divisions below, do you know what I mean? So I'm not offended. I'm just focusing on myself and what I'm going to do. And I'm here to defend it and to go on with it, so that's all I can do.
Is it me, or are you just getting taller and taller every time I see you? I mean, the more I look at you, it seems like it's going to be hard for Canelo at least to deal with that reach. I mean, is there something special that you and your team are cooking up for this fight? Are you ready for the onslaught that Canelo's bringing to the table?
Yeah, definitely, and we're not stupid. My team, my trainers, we're not stupid. We know what he brings and we know what we're up against. But I prepared really hard for this, and I've been extra motivated in camp for everything. I know how tough it's going to be, but I'm prepared. We've covered all the bases. I'm just, I'm ready to get in and just have it. You know what I mean? And that's it really. We're prepared well, and Jamie and Nige come up with some great tactics that they've been working on, and we're ready to go.
What about the MSG? I mean, do you realize how historic that venue is? I mean, being that, everyone knows around the world, but do you really know what the significance of fighting at MSG?
Yeah, as people know, I come here 3 years ago on holiday, and I done a tour around the Madison Square Garden, and the guy was telling me the history and the fights that have been there, the people that have sang there, and I was just like, one day I'd love to fight here. It's every fighter's dream. And 3 years I've just put all my life I put the work in. The last 3 years I had a few setbacks, and I've just grafted it out. I've worked hard, and I'm here now, and I'm fighting there in Madison Square Garden.
I think I saw a post on your Instagram about that that you was, dreaming about fighting there, and now you're headlining.
Yeah, that's it. It's a crazy story, and as I said, I come off a defeat when I come here. I lost. I come, and I went around on the tour, and I was like, oh, one day I'm just going to get back working out. One day I'd love to be. And thought nothing of it. I just worked hard in the gym, got myself back on track, got the wins, and look at me now, and I'm defending the title. And it's every fighter's dream, and I'm absolutely excited about it.
You're definitely living a dream. So if you win, do you expect to see your name on a pound-for-pound list?
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, I'm up there, aren't I? I should be, all eyes on Saturday night, aren't they? But,
Are you ready? Because if you win, this is instant stardom.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah. Visualize and everything, and when you visualize, I visualize a lot of things, and it's all planned out in my head, and this is what I've worked hard for. This is it, yeah. This is getting the taste of it now, and it's more to come.
Yeah, AJ would not be the only star in the UK. If he pulls this victory, there'll be 2 mega stars for this show. Listen, we want to wish you good luck. We're ready for the, just for the story. I hope the story plays out the way it's supposed to play out. Rocky Fielding, folks.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Good luck, champ. Yeah. We're going to take a couple of pictures. Uh-oh. What we got in the building now, Ak? Bernard Hopkins just stepped in the building. Thank you, champ.
We have a legend. It's about to walk in the building, a middleweight legend. And Bernard Hopkins,
right, we're about to do Bernard
who's always opinionated, and we're always excited. It's always a pleasure to talk to the executioner, the alien, Bernard Hopkins. Probably be the next guy on the red carpet that we're going to chop it up with.
Get ready, because they're going to drop some jewels.
Yeah, always dropping.
He never go nowhere without dropping some knowledge on us.
Always a pleasure. I mean, look, Rock. I'm starting to feel the jitters, the fight week jitters. I'm starting to feel the energy. I do feel that Rocky is not coming here for a check and to lose. He actually wants to take advantage of opportunity and pull a huge upset. So that alone excites the fight fan.
Man, listen, I've been watching these promos on DAZN, and that underdog story, it sells, man, and it kind of caught me. It kind of caught me. I'm a Canelo fan. I love the guy. That's my boy. But the underdog story is like, wow. I think Rocky's gaining a lot of New York fans.
I tell you a reason that story is starting to get you is because the journey, which is the day in the life, the journey to this day, with Canelo and Rocky, it's on perfect display on DAZN.
Right.
So I love it. Listen, I love the narrator.
Canelo just fought the other day. Like we happen to end the year with another Canelo fight. How happy are we to have it in our hometown in New York?
There's nothing better, man. I get to be home, still see my kids, and still come to be a part of one of the biggest fights of the year and the biggest star of the year, fighting in our city.
Right. It's a great thing. It's a great thing that Matchroom came together with Golden Boy. Like, this is amazing, and they both came together with DAZN. It's only $9.99.
I mean, not to mention the undercards.
Yes.
People, I don't want anybody to overlook the undercards. The undercard are going to be stacked. This is going to be a whole show, and then guess what? After the Canelo Alvarez fight, live from
the after party?
No after party. These hardcore fight fans, combat fight fans.
Right.
Hawaii, live from Hawaii. DAZN will be at Bellator 213.
If it wasn't for Canelo, we'd be there too. You know that.
Absolutely, we would have been there. But listen,
in Hawaii.
All the fun. You got a big appetite for combat sports. You're gonna get all you can eat on December 15th, this Saturday night at MSG, live on DAZN. And listen, don't forget all week. We got events all week. We have tomorrow the media workouts. Thursday we have the
weigh-in
press
on
conference. Friday on the weigh-in. I mean, it's going to be an exciting fight week for you fight fans. Not just about a fight.
So listen, we're gonna go to no break. Here we go.
I knew the Hat Boys was gonna be in town.
You know it. What's up, brother? How you doing?
We weren't gonna outshine you.
Happy holidays.
Same to you, man.
Thank you, man.
They always looking good, man. Yeah, I don't know. Is it really you, or did you get a stylist by now?
I got Joy. He asked me, is it really me, or did I get a stylist? So you gotta get.
She gets some credit.
Take the card out of this.
Okay. right?
doing an amazing job.
Let me tell you.
What's up?
No, I haven't been doing this myself. She's been putting together everything for the last year and a half, possibly 2. So I'm surrendering the accolades of Bernard got style.
Right.
I know how to wear style.
Right.
But first of all, I'd like to say we're closing out this year.
Absolutely.
And y'all doing your thing. I do pay attention, even though if it's not Golden Boy fights.
Right.
Y'all on every point. Y'all answering all the questions that's not always to the point where it's favored anybody in any group. So I say again, it's not patronizing, it's just saying doing a well job. And I'm looking for 2019 for us to do what we continue to do,
right.
and expect that the same will be done when it comes to covering the whole sport of the sweet science.
I definitely appreciate that.
Coming from you. It's an honor.
Especially from you, because I feel like it was Golden Boy around 2013 that kind of changed the sport and gave it a push, you know, and now we're just eating the fruits of your hard labor.
Absolutely. And the Canelos and the fighters underneath the Canelo star power right now in boxing. And, you know, look, next year, a lot of big fights is going to happen from us. When I mean by big fights, not downplaying December 15th on DAZN, but it's more of competition amongst ourselves, not necessarily anyone else, because y'all watching and y'all reporting.
Right.
And like I said, credibility is key on both ends, because if you don't see something that we promote that's going to be and is a fight that need to be made and need to be broadcast and also covered, then hold us accountable, and we have the right to hold others accountable, whether they writers, whether they critics, or whether they other promoters or other outlets that promote the sweet science. So close out the year with Canelo December 15th, as you know, on DAZN at the great Madison Square Garden, where Canelo wanted to finish the year off at on the East Coast and put his DNA of history at the Garden in New York City, the Mecca
of boxing. And this is an arena that you've had historical fights at, you know, hence 9/11, Trinidad, and a ton of fights. Now, what does Canelo have to look for in terms of, we know he's a favorite, right? People are picking him to win, but can that be dangerous at times when you're fighting an unknown fighter that people don't know much about? What does he have to look for?
Well, first of all, he got to look for intimidation or fear, right? Intimidation from Rocky, to look at his intimidation of the crowd, the Garden, New York City, the lights, camera. This is the biggest fight that Rocky ever been involved in, right? Now, that's dangerous itself, because nobody expecting other than maybe a glorified sparring match. But we've seen history, and history normally repeats itself. I'm hoping not December 15th. I'm hoping that Canelo will shine into the next year. So, to me, Rocky is the most dangerous fighter based on nothing to lose. See, Triple G is dangerous because his DNA of what he's done in the past. We knew about him. We knew his style. We knew the way he's going to approach you.
Yes.
But Rocky, did we see footage? Yeah. Did anybody see the championship that he won in the States? Yes. But there's not enough out there, and we don't know whether this fight gets him up even further in confidence, or nobody's expecting nothing from him. To me, I've been in that situation.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm Rocky about talent.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm Rocky about talent. But when you need that push to become a fighter that you wasn't yesterday, that is Rocky. December 15 could be a worst nightmare for anybody on the Golden Boy side, as far as the business side of it, because you never know what level a guy in Rocky's position, like I was, based on not having a chance by the skeptics of the experts.
Right.
And that made me rise up. That made me rise up in belief.
Absolutely.
That made me rise up in my performance. And it gave me that extra edge that could be a nightmare to anyone.
Well, Canelo, there you have it. The legend, man. It couldn't be said better than nobody else, man.
You're always dropping jewels on us. And we need to go shopping with you one of these days.
Yes. Only thing I can say, happy holiday, and the Hat Boys will see you next year.
All right.
God bless, man. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. See you tomorrow.
All right. The golden boy. Oscar. I see you got your scarf on, so this New York winter is
oh man,
it's brutal. It's not LA.
It's not LA.
No. But nevertheless,
it's not too much different in temperature, right? It's not too much different. Not too much.
Oscar, I'm starting to feel like the jitters of a fight week, a Cinderella story. People saying everybody's overlooking Rocky. What we talked about, his name is Rocky. I mean, if a Cinderella story can happen, it can happen Saturday night. But people are picking Canelo to shine that night. How do you think New York City's going to accept Canelo Alvarez?
I mean, look, obviously we almost sold the place out. We still have a few more days, but yeah, people are loving it, man. They want to see a big fight, a big name, a world title matchup, a great card, and you're gonna get it Saturday night on DAZN. We're excited. The fans are excited, and all I'm worried about is Rocky's size. He's a big guy. Jesus Christ.
He gets taller. Like I said, he gets taller every time we see him. He's about 6'4" right now.
And I don't like that he doesn't have a fighter's nose. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
I can't reach it.
I don't like that.
Listen, by some miracle, if Canelo wins. No.
Let's hope he does.
If Canelo wins at 168, I mean, you're a fighter, but you're a promoter, but you're also a fighter. Do you think that he can hang with some other 168 pounders?
Well, look, I mean, this fight here reminds me of, for instance, me moving up to 160 and fighting my partner here, Bernard Hopkins, or even fighting Felix Sturm. It's like when you sometimes know or people expect for you to win, something happens to your psyche. Something happens to, okay, let me wake up at 7 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. to go run. Let me spar 10 rounds today instead of sparring 12. Something happens to you. I just hope that Canelo's in the best shape of his life, because he's moving up to fight a 68-pounder that is used to that weight class. So, we'll see.
How does a fighter stay, a guy like Canelo who has so much success, has made a lot of money, like you just saying, how does he stay away from that space of getting too comfortable?
You know what? He's in the league of his own, man. He's actually a fighter who is focused. He's determined. He wants to make history. I mean, look, whether he moves, if he wins, when he wins, fighting at 160 or 68, he's going to have many choices at middleweight or junior or super middleweight. So, it's exciting. It's exciting to know that if he wins against Rocky, he can go back down to fight the best at 160 or even the best at 168.
But preferably as a promoter, you would want him to go back down to 60.
I would like to see him at 160. Yeah, I feel comfortable there.
How does it feel, you being at one time the face of boxing, one of the most famous guys in boxing, actually, and now you get to bring up the next face of boxing, and he happens to be Mexican?
You know what? It's quite an honor. It's quite an accomplishment. I feel like, look, I've done what I've done in boxing inside the ring. Now it's time to do it outside the ring. And look, nobody has ever done that before in any sport. Maybe look, we were able to get Canelo the richest deal in the history of any sport, and we did it collectively. We did it as a team. But I'm pretty proud and happy that I was able to work this deal out with DAZN, and now people are going to enjoy Canelo more than ever. I mean, the DAZN is televising more than 80, 90 fights per year. And you're going to be able to see Canelo live for only what, $9.95 or $9.99. If they subscribe now, it's actually free. So yeah, go check it out.
What would it take to make Triple G Canelo on the zone Cinco de Mayo?
It takes Triple G to come to his senses and come to the zone.
Right.
That's what it's going to take.
The new home of boxing.
It's the new home of boxing. The new home of sports. Period.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it's definitely the home of the middleweight division.
Right.
Absolutely. And if you're a middleweight, hey, come knocking on my door. I'm going to answer, believe me. I'm going to answer.
Well, listen, we talked to Joe Fisher, and he was saying that he knows that Vegas is going to go hard for Canelo, Cinco de Mayo, MGM Grand, but he's willing to put up a battle to bring Canelo back here in May. What do you say to that?
Hey, well, let's make it happen. I'm telling you, Las Vegas wants some. Jerry Jones is calling me right now as we speak. So, look, he's a hot commodity, yes, but what the zone allows us to do is fight him all over the world, anywhere.
Maybe go to Mexico.
Absolutely. Let's go to Estadio Azteca, where we can fill up the stadium with 130,000 people. This is what the zone does for us.
Amazing, amazing.
All right. Well, listen. Oscar, the golden boy, the promoter, the fight. He brought Canelo to NYC to the Big Apple. So we want to thank you for that.
Finally, we're here.
Good luck Saturday night.
You. Thank you.
See you around this week.
Thank you.
Oh, she get it. All right. All right, folks. We're going to take a break for a few. We're still live and we're still waiting for Canelo. Saul Canelo Alvarez, who still.
Well, let's take a break.
Well, we're going to take a break.
We got to soak all of that
on the other side of the break, Canelo will be here somewhere down the line.
Stay put. Thank you.
Over 100 fight nights a year without the pain of pay-per-view. Sign up now for free.
Is it really free?
Sí.
That can't be right.
Sí.
Okay, pay-per-view is totally screwed.
Sí.
Feels like a misprint, but I'm being told that it is correct. From Canelo Alvarez.
Sí, es gratis.
Sign up today to get all the action for free.
You have to expel all the oxygen in your lungs. Not being able to breathe underwater, it's the same as in the cage. Fighting back at home increases the stakes for me. I was born and raised on the island of Oahu, so I strongly identify with my Hawaiian culture. Fighting is part of our DNA, it's part of our blood. My biggest fear when I step in the cage is getting knocked out in the first round. Even deeper than that, it's to be exposed. What I fear most about Valerie Letourneau, I'm not going to be able to just fluster her or like even frustrate her because she's done this a million times before. She's going to.
Canelo Alvarez getting out of his SUV, about to come into the Ainsworth, step on the red carpet for the grand arrivals live here in New York City.
It's a good thing we dressed him. Good thing we styled him, man, for New York City.
And not to mention Monday, he actually wore one of the coats that we picked out in San Diego. So I'm not sure what he's wearing today, but he's definitely
This is the fashion capital of the world, and it's only right that the two most fashionable journalists, Ak and Barack, style him. You understand?
Indeed. So, moments, seconds away.
The champ is here. The champ is here. Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo Alvarez.
Here comes the champ, looking sharp, looking
team.
ready, looking on weight, looking cold.
Hey,
my brother. Bless you, man. Good to see you.
So, as they say, the champ is here. The champ is here. Canelo, you're finally in New York City. it's cold because you got your scarf, your gloves. How are you feeling like it's going to be a big fight night, something special? Are you going to create something special this Saturday night?
Sí, sí, siempre, como siempre, ¿no? Siempre me gusta darle un toque a mis peleas especial y este sábado igual, voy a entregarme al 100%, ojalá Rocky venga de la misma manera para que sea una gran pelea.
Now Joe Fisher, who runs the Madison Square Garden, he's excited that he brought you here, and even if you get past Fielding and Vegas, they're going to want Cinco de Mayo. He said, no, I want Canelo back here in May. How do you feel about that?
No, me siento muy contento, es un honor que para mí, que piensen así sobre mí, y yo pienso lo mismo, ojalá no sea la primera, ojalá no sea la última, perdón, ojalá sea la primera de muchas y me siento muy contento de estar aquí, siempre me tratan muy bien en todos lados y esta no es la excepción.
You're gonna have to translate that one right there.
He said he's pretty much honored to fight. He's honored that the Garden wants him to come back, and he doesn't want it to be the last time he's at the Garden. Now, Canelo, a lot of people are saying that being that you're such a favorite in this fight, right? That maybe you might get a little too comfortable and maybe not train as hard or maybe run a little less. How are you approaching this fight?
No, la verdad que en el boxeo no hay enemigo pequeño, siempre me gusta prepararme al 100%. En el boxeo nada está escrito, así que me gusta prepararme y sentirme confiado en el entrenamiento que hago, así que no le di la confianza a eso, así que me preparé muy bien como siempre y voy a entrar al cuadrilátero con obviamente con esa preparación que siempre he estado en todas mis peleas.
Listen, we're just happy that you're here, and we're happy that you wore the coat that we picked out for you, the white coat.
No, ya lo usé cuando me bajé del avión y llegando a Nueva York, ya usé uno y pienso usar los otros que ustedes eligieron para mí.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to be a translator for a second. He said he was happy with that. I guess get in here.
We got the real translator here.
Él está haciendo...
Okay, let's see how good you are.
Let's move to the next question. All right. So outside of not looking past Rocky, but if you do get past Rocky Saturday night, which most people expect, what's next for Canelo? Do you have an opponent in mind and where?
No, todavía no. Estoy concentrado 100% en esta pelea. Sé que voy a pelear en mayo y septiembre, obviamente, pero no tenemos rival aún. Pero lo que sí les puedo decir es que siempre buscamos las mejores peleas y en mayo van a tener una gran pelea.
Well, who do you want? Who does Canelo want?
No, las mejores combinaciones, ¿no? Los mejores que estén ahí para hacer grandes peleas y entregar al público grandes peleas.
How does it feel to be the one that everybody wants? That you can sit back and pick whoever you want. Nobody gets to pick but you. How does that feel?
No, me siento muy contento. Creo que he trabajado para esto, para ser yo el que esté ahorita en este momento y en esa posición. He trabajado mucho, son años de trabajo y me siento muy contento. Eso es una gran responsabilidad para mí también, pero me siento contento y con la misma responsabilidad asumirlo.
Bueno, nosotros queremos wish you good luck, and I want to say this in Spanish. Estamos bien emocionados para tu pelear en Nueva York y todo el mundo en la ciudad también está emocionado. Buena suerte sábado. Looking forward to seeing you fight Saturday night.
Muchas gracias.
Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo Alvarez. Get the photo.
Oh, let's take a picture.
Can I get a photo of Jesse?
It was great.
Awesome.
There you have it, folks, man. The face of boxing, superstar in the sport, is here in the Big Apple in our hometown.
I'm excited. I know you're excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. Outside of, this
there's no
place
room
is
here.
packed.
You see this right here. There's no room for us. Literally, I understood about 14 words he said.
It's so cold outside. It's getting hot in here. There's so many damn people.
Absolutely.
And the media, it's flooded in here. from all over the world. People are excited. I mean, forget about, I don't want to harp on the opponent or how much of a favorite Canelo is. The event, the night, the city, it feels right. I feel like we're going to have a hell of a card throughout the entire night, including the main event. I'm looking forward to seeing, honestly, an excellent performance from Canelo Alvarez.
He brought the whole city out. He brought the whole Mexico to New York. He brought the Mexican community out. He brought all the real boxing fans out. This is going to be a jam-packed arena. I can promise you it's going to be jam-packed. And all you got to do is sign up to the Zone.
And not only the hardcore boxing fans, there's casual fans. Hit me on the Instagram, on the DM. People that don't really watch the boxing. Canelo's fighting in town. So everybody's excited about Canelo Alvarez. We're still here live at the Ainsworth Red Carpet Grand Arrivals. Canelo, Rocky. We'll be back to wrap it up in a few. Don't you move.
You have to expel all the oxygen in your lungs. Not being able to breathe underwater, it's the same as in the cage. Fighting back at home increases the stakes for me. I was born and raised on the island of Oahu, so I strongly identify with my Hawaiian culture. Fighting is part of our DNA, it's part of our blood. My biggest fear when I step in the cage is getting knocked out in the first round. Even deeper than that, it's to be exposed. What I fear most about Valerie Letourneau, I'm not going to be able to just fluster her or like even frustrate her because she's done this a million times before. She's going to give this her all. This is her last shot. I know she wants this belt just as much as she wants to breathe. It's kill or be killed.
No le tengo miedo a nada.
Our boy, but not only our boy, he's the guy at Matchroom, man. This is a big showdown. Frank Smith, how excited are you for just being a part of this event, even though you guys the underdog, you're in the fight?
I can't wait. It's going to be an unbelievable night. You know, Rocky, he travelled to win the world title. He's coming here to defend it against Canelo. It's just going to be massive, and I can't wait until Saturday night, Madison Square Garden. Sorry, I lost my voice a little bit. Can't wait to get in there. He's bringing over 500 screaming fans. It's going to be an unbelievable night, and hopefully our guy gets the win.
I believe that, and we're happy that you brought him here to New York. Listen, New York is not that dangerous. You didn't need this tight bulletproof vest on.
You know what it was? It's a life jacket in case the plane went down.
I see.
I've just literally landed, so I know you keep abusing my dressing.
Did you come down from a parachute or something?
You can't come to New York and not get abused.
I can't look like you two.
Listen, Barack, your pay grade is too low. When you make the money this guy makes, he can come in sweats,
I guess so.
And Yeezys,
I guess so.
and a life jacket. You know. All right, well, Frank, listen, we want to wish Rocky good luck. We've been talking about it all night. I mean, Cinderella story, Rocky story. Yeah. What better name to have, than to pull a crazy upset? It'll be a tough night, but I'm excited about the fight, and we want to wish you and Rocky good luck.
Thank you. I can't wait Saturday night. Hopefully Rocky gets the win. Big night on the Zone, Canelo's first fight. But we're here to spoil the party, and hopefully Rocky can take that deal, as Eddie said before, from Canelo after he wins him on Saturday night.
Thank you. Thank you. Rocky's a hell of an opponent. Thanks for bringing him here.
All right, folks, listen, you don't want to miss this showdown, December 15th, Saturday night, but tomorrow, live media workouts. Thursday, the press conference. Friday, the weigh-in. And Saturday, of course, the big showdown, December 15th, Canelo Alvarez versus Rocky Fielding. And after that, Bellator 213 is happening live from Hawaii. The Zone is not stopping.
Listen, you know what? They can get your ticket now, go to Hawaii, and just order The Zone. You can watch it on your phone anyway.
You can, or on the plane. I mean,
That's
as long as
right.
you got an internet connection and you're paying enough, you can watch it, man. But we have fun here at the Ainsworth live red carpet of the Grand Arrivals. We're excited. The Big Apple is ready for this fight. Canelo, Rocky. Don't miss tomorrow's media workout live on The Zone. Hakim Barak, Sweet Scientist. Claire?
Live.
Over 100 fight nights a year without the pain of pay-per-view. Sign up now for free.
Is it really free?
Sí.
That can't be right.
Sí.
Okay, pay-per-view is totally screwed.
Sí.
Feels like a misprint, but I'm being told that it is correct. From Canelo Alvarez.
Sí, es gratis.
Sign up today to get all the action for free.
You have to expel all the oxygen in your lungs. Not being able to breathe underwater, it's the same as in the cage. Fighting back at home increases the stakes for me. I was born and raised on the island of Oahu, so I strongly identify with my Hawaiian culture. Fighting is part of our DNA, it's part of our blood. My biggest fear when I step in the cage is getting knocked out in the first round. Even deeper than that, it's to be exposed. What I fear most about Valerie Letourneau, I'm not going to be able to just fluster her or like even frustrate her because she's done this a million times before. She's going to give this her all. This is her last shot. I know she wants this belt just as much as she wants to breathe. It's kill or be killed.
No le tengo miedo a nada.
Yeah.